Hey guys, Jason here from Casual Panic, and today we are playing the Resident Evil 8/Village demo. Let me just get on PSN here and... Wait a minute. What? What the fuck? Why, Capcom? Why? What's the point of this? I just want to be stepped on by the big lady. I just want to see the big lady. Show us all this gameplay of the big lady and the vampires and the werewolves and the Resident Evil 4 stuff, and why? I just don't understand. Resident Evil 2 remake came out, and they had a time demo, half an hour to play it, you know, but at least you could choose when you wanted to play it. You know, if you were working the day the demo came out, you weren't rushed to get it done on that day. And Resident Evil 3 came out, and we were able to play it as much as we wanted. And now, you do this to me. I just want to see the big lady.
So we finally meet.
Mama.
Wait a minute. Resident Evil Reverse demo time, April 21st. Okay. All right. Let's play Resident Evil Reverse. Truth be told, I actually already played Reverse. I thought it might sound better coming from a platform of thought rather than platform of feelings. If you don't know, Reverse is going to be the multiplayer mode packaged with Resident Evil Village, similar to how Resistance was packaged with Resident Evil 3 last year, because apparently that's what we're doing now with this franchise. Apparently every game needs a multiplayer mode, because that's what I want from my solo survival horror experience. And you know, it's not like we haven't had some good Resident Evil multiplayer modes. Outbreak was great back in the day, and of course Co-op Story and Mercenaries were amazing, but then Capcom is like, let's make a competitive Resident Evil game, and then they make crap like Umbrella Corps. Because that's just it. Resident Evil is Capcom's guinea pig, and is their own BOW at this point, and they just shove as many genres into as possible and see what sort of abomination they create. Wake me up when they make the Resident Evil Battle Royale. I can see it now. Resistance, Reverse, Royale. Oh god, Capcom, please don't listen to what I said. Anyways, Reverse. What's my opinion? Wasn't it obvious? Resident Evil multiplayer, somewhat competitive shooting game, was actually fun. And I mean, I didn't hate myself actually playing it. You know, it was weird. The RE engine is actually a pretty great engine that can hold up decently to quick-paced multiplayer mechanics. I say decently, as we'll talk about that more later. I went ahead and played through 6 rounds plus the tutorial of Reverse so I could have an opportunity to try out each character before the beta ended, and yeah, like I said, I didn't hate it. Maybe it's just because it's a nice change of pace from the usual FPS shooters. The gameplay works, and the whole concept of turning into a BOW after death as like a martyrdom-esque thing mostly kept things interesting. And I mean, it was just nice, mindless fun. Now, I say that, but I do have some things that really irked me about the game. For one thing, I said the RE engine worked for the game, and that is true. However, there are some frustrating mechanics that don't sync well. For example, controlling a BOW, even one as powerful as like the Tyrant, was a pain in the ass. Now, I was playing on mouse and keyboard, which I'm not sure was the preferred control scheme, but I made it work. In those moments, playing as BOW was a pain in the ass. The camera and monsters' movements didn't always sync very well, and it led to me running back and forth in place a few times. I will say, playing as a human was a lot more enjoyable as I felt more zippy and had like better control. You know, maybe the wonky BOW controls is sort of a balancing thing, but you know, while we're on the topic of balancing, let me tell you about my boy Chris here. Now, we all know Chris, right? Yeah, well, this guy isn't a joke. My honest opinion is Chris is a broken character right now, and it's mostly because of this one ability here, Indomitable Spirit. Chris will be immune to flinch and knockback, and lethal damage will not kill him while the ability is active. On top of that, the lower his HP, the more damage he does to BOWs. So let's say you go against Chris, and he knocks you off your feet with his punch ability and shoots you while you're down. After you turn to a BOW, Chris then sinks 30 plus rounds of his AR into you while turning on Indomitable Spirit and kills you. Keep in mind, he can't die in this form, and the more damage you do to him, the more damage he does to you. My last game of the night kind of showed me just how overpowered Chris was when it was pretty easy to just turn on Indomitable Spirit, get into any gunfight because you know you literally can't die, kill the human, run away, heal, recharge Indomitable Spirit, and rinse and repeat. It was that easy.
This is worthless.
Most of the other characters I found fairly balanced. Jill or Hunk were probably my second pick for top character. Not that they were overpowered, but just they were easier to play as. I will say I found Claire to be probably the hardest one to get kills in gunfights, and that's mainly due to her quick draw army only having 6 shots and then a really slow reload time. But hindsight is 2020 because I found out that after playing the beta, if you dodge roll with Claire, it'll actually instantly reload the quick draw. Still, not only is it ideal in the heat of the moment, I'd rather have a handgun that I can back away and cover and reload in 1 second than sit there filling my revolver's chamber. Leon and Ada I found pretty balanced, probably Leon more so than Ada. He has just, you know, the old school Matilda with a shotgun, and he has a kick ability that's actually, if you can sync up the kick ability with the stun locking from shooting, it can actually be pretty good. But after playing those 6 rounds, it was clear who the real G was out of all these people, and the award goes to Chris. So overall, I had fun with the game. I definitely wasn't expecting to have fun with this. It remains to be seen if I'll actually keep playing this after the release of Resident Evil 8. I mean, it's fun. It was fun for the night that I played it. You know, depending on what updates they do for it. I'd really like to see them actually make it a team-based mode in the game instead of just free-for-all. I feel like that could be really fun. I don't really have any complaints about the BOWs. I mean, I find them all fairly okay, balanced amongst them. The fat molded, I mean, you know, the game works like if you find the more vials you find, the better bioweapon you turn into when you die. So if you don't find any, you turn into this stupid fat molded, which you're very weak, and all you can do is basically kill yourself to hopefully do damage. But, you know, it makes sense. Like, if you don't find a vial, you're going to get stuck into this crappy form that you move really slow in and you don't really do a ton of damage in. For the most part, you're going to want to at least get 1 vial. I guess that would be my one tip for the game, is not only choosing Chris for every game that you play, but also make it a priority to find one of those vials, at least 1 or 2. If you can get 2, that'd be great, because then you get the Nemesis and the Super Tyrant, which are just obviously very good. I mean, they're literally the bosses of their games. Now, I do expect them to add more BOWs in the future, as well as more characters. I mean, I can already see Carlos being an easy addition to this game, as well as like the Licker. In fact, the Licker would be really interesting from a multiplayer perspective, and being able to like climb on the ceilings and the walls and just being that quick hunter with your tongue and everything. Oh, that looks like it would be really fun. But that's the thing. I actually had fun with this. I'm not one for taking a single player game and making it a competitive multiplayer, although this isn't really competitive, but a multiplayer game shooter nonetheless. But this was fun. That's really all I can say about it. I mean, it was fun. I'll definitely play more when the game comes out. If they keep up with it, give it good updates, and don't monetize the absolute crap out of it and make it cringy as hell, I could see myself playing this again in the future. Now, what I really want to play is Resident Evil Village. I don't know what they're doing with these times, these beta times. I just want to play the game. I mean, Resident Evil 8 just, it looks really good. I really like what they're doing with it, but I haven't had a chance to play it, so I really don't want to give you guys my opinion until I actually sit down and play the game. But it's shaping up to be really good. Resident Evil 4 mechanics, big lady, freaking upgrades and merchants and werewolves and vampires. I don't know, but either case, it looks like it's going to be good. So hopefully I can get into the beta this weekend and we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for the video here, guys. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. We are on the road to 200 subs. We are at 157 at the time of this recording. It is going great. Really love all the support you guys have been giving us in recent weeks, and we try to respond to all the comments that we can, and hopefully you guys can see that within those comments. So again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so, leaving a like on the video, and maybe even hitting the little bell. I don't know. Please do it. Do it for Lady Dimitrescu. Again, thank you for tuning in to Casual Panic. I've been Jason. You've been awesome. I'll see you in the next one.